Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, and today we are diving in with the Europe map once again. However, today is a good day because this Europe map has now been released over on Nexus Mods. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description, and also at the end of this video I will do a bit of an install guide. It is super simple to get going. There are a few crashes here and there, but again I'll explain that at the end of the video, so you can play this right now. I highly recommend you do go over and download this because it's a ton of fun, and I know a lot of people have been waiting for a European map, and this is absolutely glorious. The modder Lemmy has done an amazing job with creating this. There's so many different points of interest and it just plays out really nicely, and the AI kind of understands where everything is now because of a nev mesh being completed, which is amazing. So what I thought we'd do today, I'll basically show off all the points of interest in the map and then show you how to install it, because I'm sure some of you guys probably haven't seen this map before or haven't seen my other videos on it. But yes, you can now play it right now, which I highly recommend you do go ahead and do. And yeah, it's just really awesome that you can now, kind of dive into this, and it gives you a completely different experience. And I'm super excited to hopefully start seeing other mods as well being created for this. Sub mods that will allow Eagle Rising to be played on a European map will be epic. Kind of like Shattered World mods where every nation gets split up into individual ones. I'm really hoping that some really cool stuff will be created. And it's like, look at these like mountain passes up to this castle. Like, imagine starting your own kingdom up here in the Alps. It'll be truly legendary. Oh my god, it'll be amazing. So yeah, definitely go show Lemmy some love over on the Nexus page and go post some comments and stuff like that, because he definitely does deserve it. He's done this, solely for people to mess around with, and also for other people. Yeah, definitely just get captured by looters. Yeah, he's done this, solely for other people to use and create. He's more than happy for other people to use this in their own mod. So if you are creating a mod, all you have to do is just ask for permission to use this in your own mod, and he's more than happy to do, as long as you credit his work, which again is just so selfless and awesome. So let's dive in and go ahead and take a look at some of the points of interest. I'll try and remember all of them on this map right now. So we have Hadrian's Wall up here into the north, which looks very cool, and we also have some broken down churches and a nice little windmill right here, which is pretty cool up in the north. Then as we head further down south, we go through Wales. You can see Stonehenge is also here as well, scattered around there. We also have naval travel as well. It is still very much a basic kind of setup of the naval travel. You basically just jump on this ferry, and the player just kind of just ignore the player as you go across, and this is a very nice way of doing it. I know Cal Raider Expanded had a very good way of doing naval travel, where it actually gets rid of your model when you go on the sea and you can just travel around, but this is definitely a decent enough way of doing it as the sun sets in the north. Then as we obviously have some more of this, I can't remember exactly what this is called. You guys told me in the previous episode. I'm sure you guys can comment down below and again let me know exactly what this bit of terrain is on the campaign map. Again, it's like sent something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure you guys can let me know. So we have that again. There's loads of detail kind of scattered around, not only in the kind of point of interest, but also like little bits of terrain like this. We also have over in the in Holland, in the Netherlands, we do have the windmills. I mean, it can't be the Netherlands without some beautiful windmills. And just look at that. God, Bannerlord has never looked this goddamn good. It really does. And again, these are just kind of like the major points of interest. There's still like loads of detail in the map itself, which is always nice to see. There's also a bunch of churches in France as well, where you can actually hear like bells tolling and stuff like that. So again, if I was probably to go ahead and click play, teleport down here. Click play. Can we hear that? Maybe not, but yeah, you will hear like bells toll from now on again. And then if we go across the Pyrenees again, I'd love to start a kingdom in Spain as well, because all these details of like, Spain is a fortress city. There's like multiple ways in, or fortress country. There's only a handful of ways through, as you kind of like travel through these mountain passes. So imagine leading armies down here will be very interesting indeed. I mean, you can defend the rivers and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool battle. I really hope, again, probably not in for this version, but later on down the line, the modder can kind of assign maps to these terrains. Obviously, Bannerlord now has the terrain system where wherever you fight, you end up getting the battle that represents that. It'd be really cool if you could assign all the bridges to have bridge battles and the mountain battles to be all kind of choke point battles. I would assume that's not in, but you never know, it might be. But yeah, hopefully that's something again that the modder can add later on down the line. Again, do keep in mind that there are still a lot of bugs and other things as well that will be ironed out. This is still, in quotation marks, a beta version of the map. So again, if you run into any bugs, do let the modder know, because yeah, I'm sure he can fix them. Again, we have some more details over here in Spain. Again, this looks really cool, and I love it. Look at that. It looks like lights up. Looks really, really nice. Then down in the Azori lands to the south in North Africa, we do have a salt mine. Yeah, we have a salt mine down here as well. Or maybe it's like a gem mine. Salt mine, gem mine. Either way, a very, very kind of cool position right here. It's cool. You can see the rail carts moving across as well. Looking very nice indeed. In the north, we do have obviously the entirety of Italy, and we have Venice itself. Again, oh, I love all these, like the lighting as well. It looks really nice right here. So yeah, we have Venice moving off right there. Then as you go into the Azori lands, again, you'll be able to see the lighting looking very cool. More mines, like this really nice river. Is this the Danube? Is this the Danube? No. Danube's kind of more off into the east, isn't it? Maybe this does stretch into it. Again, we have some more crossings right here. Again, you kind of cross this as well for the Kuzites out here. Looking very nice indeed. God damn, this map looks so good with all the rivers and everything like that. And then obviously in the north as well, we do have the lands of the Sturgians. So the Viking kind of, I guess Sturgians are more Slavic, but like the Viking raiders ready to push in, looking very nice indeed. So yeah, that is going to be the map right now. A few things as well, because I'm sure people will go on to the main menu quickly. I'm sure a few people will bring this up. They'll basically say, oh, will the map be expanded? I'd love to see more of the eastern territories. The modder has stated that he has no plans, absolutely zero plans on expanding the map out into Greece or the rest of Eastern Europe. The map is as it is. It would be very hard. You basically have to redo it if he wanted to go ahead and add any more territory in, and I don't think he definitely doesn't need to. I think this fits for what he is planning on using it for, which is very cool. There is also a major crash as well. It's a Tail Worlds thing. Basically, whenever you start your game to begin with, and you click Sandbox, I recommend playing Sandbox. I'm not sure if New Campaign works, but yeah, always use Sandbox, and the game will generally crash the first time you click this. Don't worry, reload the game and click it again, and it should work. It worked for me the second time. It might crash a couple times, but do just keep on clicking Sandbox, and it should eventually work. If it doesn't work after like maybe 5 times, then maybe report it and see if there's any issues and anything you can do to kind of, you know, if the modder can help you out at all over on his Discord, which again, I'll link down below in the description. Now let's move over and let's go ahead and install the game. Super simple. I'll show you guys exactly step by step how to do it. Okay, first things first, now that you have gone ahead and prepared your install, what you're going to want to do is go over to the European campaign map. Again, linked it down below in the description. There is a bit of an install guide here as well if you need to go ahead and follow that. Maybe these are some like kind of things, issues you'll have to follow up on if maybe this install guide does not work, but it is there if you need it. So what you're going to want to do is go over to the mod. You're going to want to go over to files, and you're going to want to download this one right here. There is a version for 1.7.2. However, at the moment there's some pretty major issues with it, mainly on the Tail World side of things. So until Tail Worlds fix it, I do recommend playing on 1.7.1, but you can also play on 1.7.2. You're going to want to go ahead and click manually download and download the mod itself. Click slow download, and that will get it downloaded right away. You're also going to want to make sure that you do have the Harmony mod installed as well, and to do that you can basically go down to this section right here, click here, this will take you over to Harmony, and again you do just download it by clicking this button and then clicking slow download, and then that will go ahead and download. Okay, so now that you have both them mods downloaded, you're going to want to make sure that you are playing on version 1.7.1. Do keep in mind we did just go ahead and download the mods for 1.7.1, and that's one of the major issues a lot of people run into, is they're playing on a different version of Bannerlord. Super simple to go ahead and revert back to an older version. All you have to do is go over here, right click on your Bannerlord, go down to properties, go down to betas, and then find 1.7.1 on this list. Right now I think the current version is 1.7.2, even though it does say it's a beta right here. We are playing on 1.7.1, so click that, and then eventually if you want to play different mods or you want to update to the latest version of Bannerlord, all you have to do is to get out of this is click none, and the game will update automatically to that version. Okay, cool. So we are now on 1.7.1. To go ahead and find out where you have to install these files, all you have to do is go over to manage and go to browse local files. That will then pop up this, and this will basically show you exactly where you need to go. So this will take you to where you need to dump the mods. Then you go to modules, you go ahead and open the mod files that you have with WinRAR or 7-zip or just an unpacking file that you want to go ahead and grab. And then basically all you have to do is just click these, drag and drop them in. The unpacker will go ahead and drop them in for you. Again, I've already got these files installed, so it'll come up with like, oh, do you want to replace these files? This shouldn't come up for you, but because I've already got them on, that will go ahead and bump up for you. So do that for both the Lemmy mod and also for Harmony. Again, just drag and drop it in, and that will install it. Okay, so now that you've got both the mod files installed, all you're going to do is basically load up your Bannerlord. For me, I've got a custom launcher because I kind of find this way easier to manage my mods. As you can see, I've got quite a few mods on, so it's a little bit easier for me to keep track of things. But for you, it should be pretty much the same. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you have Harmony at the top of your load order above Native and all the other mods, and then you have the Lemmy project, Europe project right here below Custom Battles, and these are the only two mods you need on. You go ahead and click play, and it should just load up the game, and you shouldn't have any issues. Again, do keep in mind that the game will most likely crash the first time you click sandbox, but just reload the game and it should work the second time. If it doesn't, I recommend going over to the Discord. Again, I'll leave a link to their Discord down below in the description and asking for a little bit of help there. They'll be able to obviously sort you out, but if you went ahead and followed this install guide, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. So there we go. Go and show some love to Lemmy. Go and download this mod. Go ahead and have fun conquering Europe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.